Hello, welcome back everybody. Today we're going to be working on a little sign project. You can see here I got my board laid out. We're going to make a little sign here. So I'm just going to start some initial drawings, then I'll come back and explain what I'm doing. All right. So what I did was I've measured out 2 inches. Come through with my carpenter square there, measured it right at the 2-inch mark. And then I basically just slide it up, make my angle mark there, because once I get the sign all the way I want it, I'm going to cut those corners off, just kind of give it a nice little beveled edge. And then I come through, I measure down roughly 3/4 of an inch, draw my line out, because when I router my edges, I want to keep whatever wording or whatever on here, I wanted to keep it away from that outer edge, so when I come through with the router bit, that kind of gives me some excess room so I don't get into what I'm doing there. So, but yeah, I'm only going to start off 2 corners because I'm not quite sure how, once I get my wording all laid out, then that'll determine how long I actually make the sign. So, and this is just one by, let's see, roughly 1 by 12 pine. I just like to use this pine. It's real soft and easy to work with. And so, but yeah, something real easy you can do at home. So I'm just going to draw out some more and I'll come back and explain some more. Thanks. Okay, by now I think you know who this sign's going to be for. Good old boy down south, southern Indiana, he claims. But not as far south as Dirt Perfect, but close enough. So, excavating 320. We got his 320 Bobcat here, and you can see I just kind of ruler, stuff like that, plenty of eraser, and just kind of draw out kind of what I have in mind, and then I'll come through and route it, and I'll show you that after. But like I said, just kind of a lead pencil on this pine. You can kind of rough in, double check your spelling, make sure you got it spelled right, kind of laid out right. So kind of got top of the mound of dirt here, his 320, pushing the 320 off the side of the dirt bank here. So we'll route this out and I'll give you a look after that. Thanks. All right, so we've got our piece cut down. Like I said, once I got my length there with my lettering, it's kind of simulated the same distance on either side. Got it cut. Got these cut at the 45. You can kind of see how it'll decorate that up a little bit. Router here. See, I'm just going to use kind of, I think they call that a 90. Yeah, it's just a 90 bit. And then what I do, my very first pass, you can see how I barely have that sticking out. Because with this, all I'm wanting to do is just get the outline in there, and then once I get that roughed out, I'll show you the next step. So stay tuned. Thanks. Alrighty, guys, you can see what I've done. I've gone through, and this is what's nice about pencil is the router goes. You know, this isn't perfect. If I wanted perfect, there's those guys that would get these automated CNC machines and do it, but we're not looking for that. So you can see some of the pencil marks as I'm going. I may decide, you know what, it's not easy enough to get it, but then again, it's not perfect. So anyway, so next I'm going to get the sander, and we're going to sand all this down, sand all the pencil marks, and we'll show you the next step. All right, we've got it all sanded down, smoothed out, and here comes the fun part. Just taking this flame right over this wood, and we're going to do the whole front of this, which I may running real low on this bottled butane or propane or whatever this is. But you can see I just come right over everything and just brown it as dark or as light as I want it. I typically go somewhat dark, like that spot got a little heavier than I normally like, because just as I work over it and I go over with the router again, some of the dark rubs off. But yeah, I'm gonna see how much gas here I have left, and we'll try to get this wrapped up. All right, so we just did a light burn on the wood here. See, I went ahead and got my edges and everything. I don't worry too much about the back just because, well, that's the back. So got my initial burn in, and then what I'm going to do is come back with the router, and you can see how it's not very cleaned out. I'm going to come back with the router, set it just a little bit deeper, and we're going to clean out all this work here. And then I'm going to come through with my 45, I believe they call it, and just bust those edges off. So we'll keep working on it. Alrighty. So you can see we've come through. We've routed just everything just a little bit deeper just to clean it up a little bit. Got my edges beveled. I don't know, I just always think that beveled edge kind of looks nice. And remember earlier when I was laying everything out, this is what I tried to avoid right here, but I think we're just on the skin of our teeth there, no pun intended, but I still think it looks all right. So I just like this because this burn just goes so well, and then once it gets cleaned out, it just pops real well. So I'm just going to kind of wipe it down, just make sure there's no excess sawdust anywhere, excess sawdust stuck in the letters. And you know what? It's not perfect, but I ain't dirt perfect, and but anyway, so yeah, I think it's looking good. On to the next step. All right, so the next step is spraying on some clear polyurethane. I like this Rust-Oleum pretty well, or this here fast drying polyurethane. Either one, they're both about the same, but I've tried to brush this on in the past, and I found out that I just drag this little bit of soot into the letters, and it kind of darkens them up. So I found the best thing is just a few coats of this, and then if it's going to be more of an outside sign, coming back later with some good thick brush on once all the letters dried. But kind of see, we just come through, just give it a good heavy coat, come back, let it dry. Them bubbles will kind of work themselves out, and I'll show you what it looks like. All right, there's the finished product. You can see that clear coat's dried on there. Looks pretty good. Looks pretty good. Excavating 320. Hope you like it, buddy. Have a good one. Click that like, subscribe button for more projects. Or if you'd like to commission a project, just let me know in the comments or email me at bhoover7562@gmail.com. Thanks. Bye.